We welcome the next team now. We'll keep the ball rolling with men's soccer. Of course, joining us from the men's soccer program, head coach Tim Busen, along with junior defender Bryan Baugh, senior goalkeeper Brad Trella, and sophomore defender Dominic Damato. Guys, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Coach, first a question for you as we start the segment off here. Last year the team won 10 games. As you're well aware, that's the first 10-win season in program history, the best season they've ever had in the season. You bring back the preseason, not only the preseason goalkeeper of the year, but the reigning goalkeeper of the year in the Pac West, and Brad Trella, and yet still picked 7th in the Pac West preseason poll. How much motivation does that provide you with to duplicate last year's success?
Just focusing day to day. Every day's a new day, and the things that happened a year ago, they're great, but they don't really affect us today. And we're just going to concentrate on putting our best performance out on the field in practice, and making the good decisions each day, and hopefully that'll get us some good results.
Questions from our media?
Coach, last year, usually watching a defensive game in soccer is not much fun, but our team was fun to watch, even though they're known as a defensive team. Talk about, number one, the skills that you have as far as defensively, but also you got some strikeout attackers like Frankie and some other guys, but also talk about the benefit of having Bryan being able to throw in the ball. They can't just kick it to the sidelines and hope not to get a corner kick because they have to face Bryan's throw-ins.
Well, there's certainly a good amount of talent on the team. There's certainly a good amount of returners that bring a lot of experience. Having the long throw is a big weapon. Last year it paid off in leaps and bounds. I think that teams may be onto it a little bit now and a little more prepared. I think it was a bit more of a surprise to them last season, so we'll have to make sure that we use it the right way this year. But as far as the returning guys, they're looking very good, but we've also got a number of guys that redshirted last year with a ton of talent, and then there's also guys that have come in that are new students this season that bring a lot of talent. So it's a different team. There's depth to it, and we've got a lot of components to it. Some guys that redshirted, some returners, some leadership, some experience, some new faces. So this is our preseason, and I'm new to getting to know all of the players and them getting to know me. But so far, the past 3-4 days have gone extremely well. We've been moving forward quickly. I feel very confident about where we're at from just a few days ago, and I think we're starting to find a lot of dangerous weapons out there that hopefully will serve us well this season.
How many different battles in camp? Are the kids making it really hard on you right now, Coach, as you start thinking forward to that first game and shelling out some minutes?
Not on me. I'm not the guy trying to earn the minutes. They are. They're making it nice for me. We've got depth, and it is difficult for them. There's good talent, and now I've got to make the decisions. I don't find that very difficult to make. I think it's more difficult for them to accept that decision once I've made it. There's a lot of guys that deserve to be starting players at the college level, and not all of them will be able to. So now we've got to manage how we're going to share those minutes and how we're going to, be able to play the 70th through the 90th minute, which is a strength I think we'll possess. Is we don't have 11 guys that get tired and then go to the bench and can't replenish. We can go to the bench, and I think we'll put in 90-minute games. We'll be ready for overtimes. We'll be at high energy throughout, and I'm excited about that. But I think it's a little more difficult for them having to battle it out every day than it is for me. It's a little more exciting for me to watch it happen.
Coach, obviously this is your first season taking the reins. I've done a little research about last year's team. They're a very good defensive team, very stingy. They only gave up 10 goals. How does your coaching strategy and the formation that you're going to play this year, how does that align with a stingy defense. Is that sort of what you're trying to keep going, or are you looking to be attack first, or how is that going to play out?
Well, I think that there's some new elements to the team. As I said, there's some guys that redshirted last year are more offensive players. Some of the newer players have transferred from some high-powered junior college schools that are attack-minded guys. So I think there's a higher core of attacking-minded players, whereas I don't think the idea last year was we don't want to attack. I think there might have not been quite the personnel top to bottom needed to attack. So we're going to try to move the ball forward a little more. We're going to try to press a little bit more. But at times, you just have to kind of read the situations. We'll be prepared to defend. We do expect to be extremely stingy, but we would like to create a few more opportunities than the year past. So again, day to day, we just constantly are focusing on doing it the right way, explaining to the guys, the type of camaraderie and the mentality it's going to take to move forward, and we hope that it'll serve us well. So,
Bryan, when I interviewed Coach Pittman at the beginning of the year last year, he told me, because I don't want to knock the former coach, but this team has. I've been on good teams and bad teams, and this team has the talent to be a very good team. At first, I thought he was, saying what he had to say, and I remember interviewing you shortly after, and you said the same thing. Hey, we're going to be good this year. What's your feeling about the team this year?
We're going to be the hardest working team in the conference. Coach has us out there working hard every day, and we hope the ball falls the right way. We hope to put balls in the back of the net. We hope to have a good defense. But as long as we work hard every day and practice and get better, we should have a good team.
Brad, what are your thoughts on getting picked 7th in the conference, especially after, your team only gave up 10 goals last year and had one of the best defenses in the Pac West?
I don't think it's necessarily unfair to say. I think just based in the past, and it happens a lot in sports where teams just have a good season, but we're out to prove that wrong. We're not just going to be a one-season team. Like Bryan said, we're working hard in training and hope to prove that 7th wrong. So
76 saves last year, but in the second half, you guys only had 5 goals. When you're sitting back in the box and you're saving all over the place and you're seeing not a lot of production, what goes through your mind? Do you want to strip your goalie jersey off and get out there and play some offense?
No, definitely don't want to do that. That's ugly. But no, it's not easy. But I was a part of a really strong back 5 with the 4 in front of me. They played a lot of minutes, and along with the midfielders, I just had a lot of trust in them. Got Bryan here with me all season, and we made a lot of stat boosters, is what we call them, where I just had to make shots that were right at me because they took away all other angles. So, yeah.
Dominic, tell me about your outlook on the upcoming season. What have you been doing this summer, and how excited are you to get out there and compete again and prove you guys can do it the second consecutive year?
I'm very excited. Working hard over the summer, with Coach coming in spring season. We didn't get a lot of reps or practices with him, so kind of set the bar. He said, you guys need to be working hard this summer. Come in fit, come in ready to play, because we got a lot of expectations, put on us for our performance last year, and we're looking to build off of that this year. So just, keep working hard, and that's what we're going to do, is just prove everybody wrong. 7th last year, we were predicted, 13th or something like that? Yeah. So we're looking to prove everybody wrong again.
We certainly wish you the best of luck in that endeavor as you seek to finish higher than you were selected to pick to finish in the preseason poll. We've got to run to our next break. The men's soccer team, of course, like the women's soccer team, having some scrimmages coming up, preseason scrimmages with some junior colleges, but officially open the season on September 2nd at the Colorado Schools of Mines at 7 p.m.